So today we're changing the oil on a 2022 Hyundai Venue with a 1.6 liter engine. For this, you're going to need an oil funnel, the OEM oil filter kit, 4 quarts of 0W20, a 24mm and 17mm socket, an oil drain pan, and some ramps. First thing we're going to do is remove the oil fill plug. Then going underneath the vehicle, it's near the front, you're going to see the plastic oil filter housing, and you're going to need a 24mm socket to get that off, and then the drain bolt is right behind it. So using your 24mm socket, you're going to remove this, and it shouldn't be too tight because it is only plastic. And you're going to see this pin here coming around. Now I messed up when changing it was my first time. You're going to have to remove that detent pin and twist the little socket thing out. I'll show you more later. Once you remove it, if you would remove the pin and the little pullout, it would have drained the oil out instead of spilling everywhere like this. But live and learn, am I right? So this is the oil filter, and it pulls out once you have removed that pin and the twist. We also need to remove this O-ring because that comes in the filter service kit replacement. So once we take it out of the bag, it includes the new O-ring, a new twist lock, and a new push pin. So we'll start with the O-ring. Be careful not to stretch it too much, but just stretch it back into that channel. Now make sure that it's not at the bottom of the threads, as it goes in that slightly wider channel near the middle bottom. So once it's in there, you're good to go. And we're going to move on to reinstalling the filter. So this is the new filter. The black thick side goes to the bottom and the kind of cotton side goes up top. You can see there's a little channel which this pin will fit into. So it has to line up and go kind of horizontal in there. I did use my pliers to kind of push in and twist, and then you'll see that there's a hole that your pin now slides through. So that locking pin is what keeps that in there and keeps the oil from draining out that hole. So once you put the pin in, put it through on this side and you're good to go. Now you can reinstall it, and again, just remember that it's plastic. You don't have to torque on this like Hercules. Just snug it up and give it a little shot past snug, but it really doesn't need any more than that. So once you get the oil filter back in, you can remove the 17mm head drain bolt. Now this is the very first oil change that this vehicle is getting, and we are starting right off by using AMSOIL. AMSOIL also comes with a limited warranty if your vehicle only uses AMSOIL. That kind of gives it some extra protection beyond the factory warranty for your engine. On this, we also have to replace the crush washer, which is super easy on a new vehicle that hasn't been over tightened. And then we're just going to reinstall it and tighten it down, but we don't want to tighten it too much, just realistically a 1/16 of a turn past snug by hand. So like I'd mentioned previously, we are using AMSOIL for this oil change. I just like to pierce it, the foil with a screwdriver or something sharp to give me a nice cutting edge. And we are adding this entire 4-quart jug, and that's all this engine takes. So once you've got the oil added, just remove your oil filter and reinstall your oil fill cap. Then we're going to go inside the cab to reset the oil life monitor. So when you're in here, you're going to cycle through until you can get to service interval. Then you're going to hit reset. It resets the time and distance, and that's all you need. I really only recommend about 8,000 kilometers on synthetic oil. And that is all you need to know on how to change the oil in a 2022 Hyundai Venue. Thanks for watching.